Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's lesson is going to be rather short and purposefully done just because I want you to look at your sketchbook and look at all of the different scribbles in there or illustrations that you thought you should have finished, that you wanted to finish, and you just can't find time to do it, or there are no real ideas sparking in your imagination anymore. Okay, so the 30-day challenge that I want to give you is you're going to scribble every day. It's not rocket science. Okay, I want you to scribble every single day. I want you to play with either pencil, pen, gouache, whatever kind of art supplies you have. This is probably one of the most therapeutic ways to draw and one of the most ignored, simply because we want to jump into details too quickly. Okay, so what this does is it erases anxiety that we have for completing every single little drawing that we have. When I'm looking at this scribble right here, I have no idea what this is. It could be a small little reconnaissance probe, all right, something hard surface. It's kind of alien, a little organic. There's some hard surface thrown in there. It could be a module of some kind, some sci-fi universe. I have no idea. That's the fun part. I just don't care. So I want you to grab your sketchbooks and I want you to start scribbling stuff that you see on the page. Now, this is a 30-day challenge. So every single day I want you to scribble 10 different thumbnails. I didn't spend a lot of time on this. What, 3-4 minutes while I've been talking to you guys? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to move over here. Well, I'm going to number it first. I number it. I'm just going to move on. Now, usually if you've seen my channel and you've seen my character thumbnails, my creature thumbnails, that's basically the subject matter while I teach you how to thumbnail in general. But for this particular case, there is no subject. Anything goes. I might be doing a kitchen appliance, and all of a sudden I'm coming up with a mask for Thanos. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen. You know, I just now thought of something. I never drew Thanos before. That might be a fun lesson. I've thought about all the comic characters that I could be drawing. I want to include on my channel as a lesson. And I've come up with a list. So 1, I would love to draw Abomination. 2, Hulk. 3, I would love to draw Doomsday, just because Doomsday looks awesome. And I'm saving 4 and 5 for maybe something brutish and beastly, but a little lesser known. Because I feel like there's a lot of comic characters that don't really get a lot of love. Yeah, like Darkseid has, just because of, you know, Justice League and Darkseid being shown. Same with Steppenwolf. But I feel like Darkseid has this allure to him in his design. Like, he's so cool and he's huge. He can give a lot of the Marvel villains a run for their money, and heroes too. Alright, so you can see here, this is a mess, and that was done on purpose. I love it because I'm embracing this. There's no right or wrong in what I'm doing. Instead, I'm just leaving these open for opportunities. Hey, maybe this is a little alien-controlled pod, and the alien is about 2 feet tall. Yeah, look, why don't we do that? Just go put it in there. All right, there we go. Okay, so the other thing about the 30-day challenge, and you got 10 different ones, is give yourself themes per page. Okay, so while I'm drawing this, and after I just hit record, I've just been inventing this page. I didn't have a theme in mind. So why don't we just call this page sci-fi? Okay, so today the challenge is sci-fi. And they could go for anything, really. I mean, we can go for weird electrical pods, maybe some shapes of skyscrapers, explosive devices, panels inside of a spaceship. I don't know, all kinds of things that you could draw. As I'm adding details to this, you know, I'm thinking maybe this could be attached to some kind of wall. Maybe there's some pipes coming out. And and these are drastically different. This is more of an organic alien pod. This looks like a small little alien baby looking at me, and it wants to fight. That's already in. I don't know what's happening there. And then this one, it looks like the side of a weapon. Almost looked like a skyscraper at first. But I'm just allowing myself to scribble to see what kind of shapes come out. And the other things that I want to say about this method of drawing is that these add up. Okay, over time these add up. I always love thumbnail sketching, not only because it's therapeutic, but also the collection of drawings that you get from doing this that can lead to potential projects. It's pretty mind-blowing. I mean, imagine what you can do if you draw 10 sketches per day for 30 days. How many you can turn into an illustration. Like, it's pretty cool. All right, there we go. So maybe this is a alien creature. Maybe I'll put some teeth right here. Maybe the mouth opens right there. There's some like tubes coming off of the head. I can even add some color in here. I think I will in a little bit. Yeah, after I do this, I think I will add some color. There we go. All right. I told you this is going to be short. We're going to be wrapping this up pretty soon, but I hope that you're drawing along with me, especially if you've come into a bit of a creative block, or a drawer's block, I guess you can call it. You know, everybody has a block. And it could be writer's block, drawer's block, artistic block, creative block, whatever you want to call it. See how I'm going back to my other thumbnails just because there might be something there. Okay. So with this method, these lines are really getting thrown about. And I am looking at some patterns. So subconsciously, my hand and my eye are working together on certain places on the sketch. Like this little circle right here, I didn't really try to do, but I started to darken it by going over it and over it again. It almost looks like I'm drawing Craziest Among Us, but I'm not going to do that. My two sons have me draw that enough, or I don't want to do that. Wouldn't that be a fun lesson though? Just draw Craziest Among Us. Those of you with children, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's hard to explain to people that don't have kids of what Craziest Among Us actually is. All right, so that's kind of cool. It almost looks like a sci-fi helmet, but it could be some kind of retro rocket. Maybe it explodes and goes up that way. I don't know, it's kind of cool. There we go. And by all these crisscrossing lines when I'm scribbling, it's forming its own texture. And I'm darkening in areas where maybe some shadows could exist and the light's not getting to it, or those could be buttons, maybe some, I don't know, just some little sci-fi elements you can put on there. And then I'm just going to go to the next one. Okay, number 5. Okay, so hopefully this method is helping you. If you check the links in the description below, you can see the links to our Creature Design Workshop Discord. So it's a bustling community. I'm going to keep saying that because it keeps growing. We passed 5,000 members not too long ago. We have many different levels of art being displayed in there. We got beginners, intermediate, advanced. We have some industry veterans in there. We have monthly creature design challenges where I give a brief and then they design something totally crazy. We have art critique forums, a huge cache of references, and it keeps growing. This is disgusting. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. Comment below. Tell me what you guys see. That's why I'm numbering them, so you can reference it. All right. Also, I'm running a mentorship if you're wanting to get better at all aspects of art, whether it's actual drawing, if it is portfolio building, getting a job, or if you just want to pursue art as a hobby and you don't really know where to begin. Now, I'm here to help you. Please email me at bobbyrebholtz@gmail.com so I can further help you on that. There we go. Oh, buddy. Okay, I'm going to do one more for here. 7. Why don't we do something that just runs across the whole page? Now, the one thing that I am concentrating on, so I remember I was saying, hey, this method relieves anxiety and tension. This is the only thing, and that is thick to thin lines. If you can combine thick to thin lines within one thumbnail that looks like a hairball, you can create a lot of depth without any shading at all. So this kind of looks like a ship. There we go. I'm telling you, it's therapeutic, folks. Get your sketchbooks out. Don't even worry about copying anything. Don't worry about perfecting anything. If this is a ship, you know, I have a lot of ideas in my head about where I want the wings to be, or just whatever shape comes to mind. You know, propellers, I don't know, nuclear fusion devices hanging off the back here. Every time I think of the movie Day After Tomorrow and Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, I love that movie, but I love those aliens even more. They always have these crazy tentacles hanging off of them, and just think that's really cool. Okay, so again, check the links in the description below. Hopefully this method is helpful to all of you. Okay, so remember, the challenge is this. You're going to be sketching for 30 straight days. Each day, you make 10 different thumbnails. I just did 7 just for the sake of the lesson and recording it. All right. You can add color. You can keep it black and white. You can do this digitally, but I would actually recommend doing this traditionally, because there's something to be said about applying physical marks to paper and what it does to our psyche versus doing everything digitally. This is old school. This is the most old school you can get. It's just scribbling and thumbnails on a page until an idea hits. There's a lot of ideas that I see floating around in here. Okay, so when you do a theme per day, okay, you're going to have 30 themes because you're doing this for 30 days. You're going to do 10 sketches per day. All right, first theme is sci-fi. Maybe the next one's fantasy. Maybe the next one is kitchen appliances. Maybe the next one is pets, superheroes, whatever, but they have to be scribbled. Now, the time frame in order to do these correctly, I would not go past 5 minutes per thumbnail, because then you're getting into the territory of refinement, and we don't want to refine anything. This is the initial stage of concepting. Once you get good at this method, then the sky's the limit on what you can invent. 100%. All right, there's our wonderful page. And, you know, I want to thank all of you for supporting this channel. I couldn't have had this channel grow without you guys. So it's just amazing what it's doing every day. And that's because of you. Okay, check the links in the description if you want to further your education. And have fun with your scribbling. And that's your 30-day challenge. Every day is a theme. 10 thumbnails per day. And you're going to have a lot by the end of the month. Doesn't matter what month you start, doesn't matter what day you start. It has to be 30 days. All right, comment below, tell me what you're working on. Give it a like. If you want to stick around and watch me more videos, subscribe too. That'd be cool. If you don't want to subscribe, I can't force you. But it would be kind of neat if you did. All right, peace out.